What if Nikola Tesla didn't just unlock the secrets of electricity, but also the very fabric of reality itself? There's a lost practice that he was rumored to use, a kind of prayer, and it has everything to do with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. This is not some ordinary wish, but a method so powerful that just by repeating it one time with clear intention begins the process of bending the universe to your command. But here's the catch. It's not the typical type of prayer that you're used to. This could very well be one of the most paradigm-shifting ideas you will encounter, a key to consciously creating the life you've always dreamed of, and a direct path to attracting abundance and limitless opportunities. Tesla didn't just stumble upon the 3, 6, and 9 pattern. It was something he dedicated a lifetime of research to. For him, these numbers weren't simply math, but a code, a hidden language woven into the very fabric of existence. What if, by repeating a specific combination using these numbers, you could alter reality? What if each repetition, like planting a seed in your mind, was slowly but surely creating new neural pathways, subtly shifting your internal landscape? These shifts occur almost imperceptibly at first, quietly working beneath the surface. You won't see giant changes overnight, but you will notice small adjustments. It's like a plant emerging from the soil after being watered and nourished. Growth happens underground first. The rest is simply an outward reflection of your internal landscape. These results will appear naturally, as if out of nowhere, but the truth is you aligned with them long before they manifested. Now, let me ask you this. Are you ready to discover how Tesla's supposed secret can be used to bend the universe to your will? This isn't just about reciting words. It's about tapping into a hidden frequency and speaking the language of creation. The mechanics behind this prayer are not what you might expect. It's not about begging or pleading, but about a specific alignment with these 3 numbers that Tesla believed to hold the secrets to the universe. The mystery surrounding this lost technique only adds to its appeal. What makes this particular prayer so different from other manifestation methods? How could a simple repetition of numbers unlock such transformative power? We'll be going into these details shortly, and also revealing that Tesla actually viewed these numbers as the keys to understanding the fundamental structure of reality itself. This pattern of 3, 6, and 9 is not just some random sequence. It's a universal blueprint present in everything from the smallest atom to the largest galaxies. But before we get into the exact prayer, there's a crucial step we must take that Tesla emphasized, and it's something that we must understand before diving deeper. Also, we'll be discussing a 21-night commitment that will be crucial to ensuring this technique's full effect. This will all be revealed shortly. Before we get into the exact prayer, there is something Tesla emphasized, and that is to quiet the mind. He understood that a cluttered mind is like a stormy sea, unable to reflect the true nature of reality, and more importantly, unable to absorb new information effectively. Imagine trying to plant a seed in rocky, unturned soil. It simply won't take root. In the same way, a mind filled with constant chatter struggles to allow new beliefs to take hold. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's a crucial step that Tesla himself highlighted in his personal notes and research as something vital to accessing deeper knowledge, not only scientific knowledge, but also knowledge of reality itself. So, how do we quiet this mental noise? How do we create a fertile ground for the seeds of our intentions? We can begin with a simple exercise, one that requires no tools or special skills. It's something you can do right now, wherever you are. Take a moment, close your eyes, breathe in slowly, let it all go, and focus your attention on the space in your chest. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Allow your thoughts to pass by without engaging them, as if they are clouds floating across the sky. This isn't about stopping your thoughts, but rather observing them without judgment, without attachment. This simple grounding exercise is a powerful way to center yourself, to become more aware of your inner being, and it's the first step to fully aligning with the technique we are about to discuss. In stillness, there is immense power. It's in this space of quietude that true alignment occurs, where the intellect takes a backseat and a deeper knowing emerges. It's not simply about relaxing or avoiding thoughts. It's about creating space for new beliefs to take root. Think of it as creating a fertile garden for the seeds of manifestation. When your mind is a chaotic mess of thoughts, it's like trying to grow a beautiful garden in a junkyard. There's no room for growth, no space for the new and wonderful. This is why many struggle with manifestation. They try to force things to happen without ever quieting the mental noise that's actively blocking them. But now that we've started to quiet the mind, we can begin to understand that stillness is not a passive state. It's an active act of creating space for true transformation. This is where we begin to move beyond intellectual understanding to a visceral, embodied experience, where the technique becomes a part of who we are, rather than simply something we are doing. And it's from this place of calm that we are able to connect to a deeper awareness, an inner knowing that transcends the limitations of our conscious minds. This deep awareness is not external, but actually the core of our being. This is where true alignment begins, from a place of calm, of quietude, where we allow things to happen rather than forcing them. So, are you ready to take the next step? Now, here's the prayer. I am aligned with the frequency of 3, I embody the power of 6, and I manifest my highest good through 9. These words, while simple, carry a profound energetic weight that is meant to be felt, not just spoken. This isn't just a set of random words strung together. It's a precise sequence designed to interact with the underlying fabric of reality, using the very numbers that Tesla dedicated his life to understanding. It's not just about reciting the words. It's about connecting with the energy of the words and allowing them to settle within you. This should be an embodied experience, where you connect to the core frequency of the prayer. And just as we discussed, the key here is not just to say these words, but to feel them deeply, to let each statement vibrate in your chest and settle into your spirit like a perfect tuning fork. Feel the alignment, feel the power, feel the manifestation taking place. Allow these words to resonate within you and activate the hidden potential that lies within. And as you repeat the prayer, take a moment to bring your attention to the screen. Notice the geometric pattern that you see, the one that highlights the numbers 3, 6, and 9 in a very specific arrangement. This pattern isn't random, but a visual representation of the interconnectedness and universality of these numbers, similar to the diagrams and patterns you might find in Tesla's research, a symbol of the hidden code that governs reality. Notice how these numbers flow into each other, each number creating the next. Connect to this image, as it will help you connect to the deeper meaning of the prayer itself. And as you repeat the prayer, see a field of infinite energy surrounding you. It has a frequency of 3. You feel its power flowing through you at the rate of 6, and it manifests everything around you in a way that benefits all through the pattern of 9. This visualization is not just a mental exercise. It's a way of aligning your consciousness with the very fabric of creation, of speaking directly to the universe itself. Picture this energy as a luminous, vibrant field that surrounds your entire being. Feel it pulsating with the frequency of 3, a creative force that ignites your potential and brings your intentions into focus. This is the very power of creation at work. And this power is flowing through you at the rate of 6, which is the rate of balance and harmony, ensuring that the flow of manifestation is aligned and perfect. And finally, see it manifesting through the pattern of 9, which represents completion and fulfillment. Connect with these numbers with every cell of your body. This is how you speak the language of the universe. You are using the core energetic blueprint that is the foundation of all that is, and you are consciously directing its power to manifest the reality of your dreams. You are not just wishing for something to appear, you are actively engaging with the universal forces that create all of reality. This makes this technique far more potent than simple affirmations. But this isn't a one-time exercise. It's something that requires a level of commitment and consistency. For the next 21 nights, you're going to repeat this prayer. Why 21? because it's long enough to shift core beliefs, to reprogram the subconscious mind, but short enough to make a consistent commitment to ensure you stay dedicated to this process. This number is not arbitrary. It's the right amount of time to establish a new energetic pattern. But here's where most people get it wrong. They try it for a few days, and then they give up. They don't allow the technique to fully embed within their system. But you're not like most people. You're here because you know that true transformation requires persistence, dedication, and a willingness to go beyond the superficial. The majority of people will give up 23 days in, but not you. You understand that real change requires a commitment beyond what's considered normal. You are the exception to the rule. So commit to this for the full 21 nights, without fail. This consistency is key, and every single night you are building upon the foundation that you laid the night before. And after each nightly repetition, something subtle and profound begins to occur. The prayer slowly transforms from something you say to something you embody. It is not longer an action you are performing, but rather a state of being that you naturally inhabit. It's like a seed that's been planted in fertile ground. It begins to take root and grow from a simple idea to a deeply felt truth. And by the end of the 21 nights, the prayer will no longer just be something you recite. It will be something that becomes deeply integrated into your being, an internal truth that radiates from within. It becomes an energetic signature that begins to shape your reality. It moves from an external practice to an internal truth. But here's the catch. After you have spoken the prayer, after you have connected to that field of infinite potential, you must release it. You cannot hold on so tightly, obsessing over how or when things will change, because the truth is that obsessing over the how or the when creates resistance, and it blocks the flow of manifestation. This is where many people fall short. They plant the seeds, but they dig them up before they have a chance to grow. You are like a farmer who planted the seed. Trust in its process of growth. You don't constantly dig up the seed to see how it's progressing or to try to speed up the process. You simply trust that it will grow in its own time. The same holds true with this practice. You need to let go and allow the universe to do its work and to move things into alignment. Stop chasing, start aligning. Have faith in the process. But more importantly, you must be aware that any fear you may be holding on to will act as a block to your manifestation. You can't speak a prayer of expansion, but then hold fear in your heart at the same time. That fear is a frequency that will sabotage your efforts every single time. And so as you repeat the prayer over these 21 nights, you must also release that fear. And as you continue to practice this technique, you will start to notice subtle but profound shifts in your reality, both internal and external. These shifts are not some coincidence. They are indicators of your subconscious alignment taking place. You might find the right people appearing at the right time, or even stumbling into an unexpected opportunity that somehow fits perfectly with what you've been visualizing. These are not random, but are a direct response to the energetic shifts that are occurring within you. It's as if the universe itself is reorganizing itself to match the frequency that you are now emitting. Remember that visualization of the field of infinite potential. You may even begin to notice the visual patterns from your visualization showing up in your environment. These are little winks from the universe, telling you that you are on the right path. You may notice a sense of ease that is coming into your life, where things that used to be difficult now flow effortlessly. It's like a plant emerging from the soil after being watered and nourished. Growth happens underground first. The rest is simply an outward reflection of your internal landscape. And this also means that internally you may feel more confident, calm, and resilient, as if you have become a magnet for positive experiences. You might find yourself reacting differently to challenges, meeting them with a sense of peace and clarity rather than anxiety and fear. These subtle shifts are not just random occurrences. They are the natural result of your inner alignment, the tangible proof that the prayer is working and that you are actively creating the life you have always dreamed of. This is how you know that you have begun to embody the power of 3, 6, and 9, the power that Tesla unlocked many years ago, and now It is available to you. And finally, make this specific prayer. I am aligned with the frequency of 3. I embody the power of 6. And I manifest my highest good through 9. The final thought before falling asleep each night, because there is something special about the last thought you think before you enter sleep. During this time, when you move into what is known as the state akin to sleep, the subconscious mind is most receptive to suggestion, and this is an opportunity to fully integrate this new belief into your being. By making this prayer your final thought, you're essentially planting a seed in your subconscious, ensuring that it will continue to work for you throughout the night, without any resistance. This is where true transformation is seeded, deep in the fertile ground of the subconscious mind. And so as you drift off to sleep each night, know that you are not just resting your body, you are activating the core frequency of creation. This is the final piece, the final touch, the final commitment that is required. And now, I ask you, are you ready to commit to this 21-night journey of transformation? If you are ready to commit, type, I am ready below, because this is not just a comment, it's a personal declaration, a reinforcement of your intention, and a confirmation that you are taking responsibility for your life. It's a powerful way to align with the technique and to become part of a community of people who are also on this journey. We are ready to welcome you into this powerful transformation. Now, let's move to the final part of this video, where I will share some of the most important final points to ensure you get the most out of this lost technique. So let's bring all of this together. Let's tie it back to the initial question and the very core of this lost technique. Remember, this isn't just a prayer in the traditional sense, but rather a structured method for consciously engaging with specific frequencies and the very blueprint of reality. It's about aligning your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions with the fundamental patterns that govern the universe, and consciously directing them towards your desires. You're not just repeating words, but rather, you are actively participating in the process of creation. It's about recognizing that your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions have the power to shape your experience, and by consciously focusing them, you can begin to influence the world around you. And the core of this technique comes back to the prayer itself. I am aligned with the frequency of 3, I embody the power of 6, and I manifest my highest good through 9. It's a combination that is designed to move you from a passive observer of life to a conscious co-creator of your reality, using the very numbers that Tesla dedicated his life to understanding. By connecting to the core energy of these numbers, you are connecting to the core energy of creation itself. This is the final explanation, the final understanding, that ties everything we've discussed back to the initial premise of this video. And let's also remember that this 3, 6, and 9 pattern isn't just central to the prayer. It's a recurring theme, a constant reminder that you are working with something that extends far beyond simple mathematics. It's a code, a universal language that is woven into the fabric of existence. Think back to the visualization and how the energy moved through you with the frequency of 3, balanced by the power of 6, and culminating into the finality of 9. These numbers are not simply symbols, but rather they are the energetic keys that unlock the deeper mysteries of the universe, the same mysteries that Tesla spent a lifetime pursuing. They are the building blocks of reality, the core of its architecture, and by working with these numbers, you're connecting to the very source of creation. Each number has a unique meaning and contributes to a balanced and harmonious flow. Remember, 3 is the creative force, 6 is the harmonizing power, and 9 is the culmination of the entire process, the final manifestation of your intentions. You're not just using the numbers, you're aligning with their essential properties. They are the very rhythm of existence itself, and when you tune into that rhythm, you are tapping into a power that is beyond measure. This is the final piece of the puzzle that will give you the ability to fully integrate this technique. Now, let's recap the key components of this practice so you have a clear understanding of how each aspect works together. We started by quieting the mind, which created a space for new beliefs to take root, and allowed us to align with the core energy of this technique. Then we moved to the prayer. I am aligned with the frequency of 3, I embody the power of 6, and I manifest my highest good through 9, where you didn't just speak the words, but you also felt them deeply, allowing each statement to resonate in your being. We then moved to the visualization, where you saw that infinite field of potential surrounding you, and you felt it move through you, bringing your intentions into the realm of reality. Then there was the commitment to repeat the prayer for 21 nights, which helped to shift core beliefs from something you say to something you embody, as if it has become a natural part of your being. And finally, we explored the concept of releasing attachment to outcomes by having faith in the process and allowing the universe to work in its own time. All of these elements, when combined together, form a powerful approach that can help you move from simply wishing for change to actively co-creating your desired reality. And that is the main key. Each of these aspects are equally important. None are more important than the other. When combined, they become a powerful system for conscious creation. And perhaps the most important understanding that we should take away from this video is the shift in perspective, from being a passive observer to becoming an active co-creator of reality. You are not simply a victim of your circumstances, but rather a powerful force capable of shaping your life through intention, visualization, and the very power of numbers, which, as Tesla understood, are far more than just a counting system. This technique is not just a means to an end. It's a tool for personal empowerment, a way to unlock your inherent potential and step into the full mastery of your experience. You have the ability to shift your inner landscape and the world around you simply by connecting with the core frequencies of reality and directing them with conscious intention. This is where you move beyond limitation, where you understand that you are not a separate entity, but an integral part of the grand scheme of existence. You are connected to everything, and this realization is what allows you to begin to actively shape your world. This is what makes this technique so important, and why it is so much more than just a simple prayer. It's a key that unlocks your dormant potential. Now, as we move into the next section, let's explore how this technique fits into a larger context and how it can be a gateway into an even greater understanding of yourself and your world. So, how does this specific practice fit into the broader understanding of manifestation and the power of consciousness? Well, this lost prayer is essentially a focused application of the law of attraction, where you're not just wishing for something, but rather, you're aligning your energy with the specific frequencies that attract your desired reality. Think of the universe as a vast ocean of energy, constantly vibrating at countless frequencies, and your thoughts and feelings are like a tuning fork that resonates with certain frequencies. When your thoughts, feelings, and intentions are aligned with the frequency of your desires, you naturally attract the corresponding experiences into your life. This practice, then, becomes a tool for tuning yourself to the right frequency, to harmonize your inner world with the outer world that you wish to experience. It's not about magically conjuring something out of thin air, but rather about consciously aligning with the universal forces that are constantly shaping our reality. And as Tesla understood, these forces are not random, but a part of a system of interconnectedness and patterns. And this is something that goes far beyond wishing or hoping. This is an understanding that empowers you to act and to shape your life in a way that is aligned with your deepest intentions. And as we understand more about the nature of energy and vibration, we can begin to see how the 3, 6, and 9 pattern extends far beyond the technique that we have been discussing. It is an essential pattern of interconnectedness and harmony, something that is seen throughout the natural world and the cyclical nature of the universe. It's a subtle code that can be observed if we only take the time to slow down and connect with the world around us. Consider the 3 stages of creation: intention, action, and manifestation. Each aspect of the creative process is linked to these specific numbers, where intention is linked to the core frequency of 3, action is the balancing power of 6, and manifestation, the completion of 9. This same pattern can be seen in various natural cycles, from the growth of plants to the seasons of the year. It's a reminder that everything is connected, and that these numbers represent the fundamental flow of energy that is constantly creating the world around us. And the more you begin to notice this pattern in your daily life, the more you begin to understand the deeper nature of existence, the underlying code that is working behind the scenes. This isn't just something you learn from a book or a video, but rather a way of perceiving the world through a lens of interconnectedness, of recognizing the hidden patterns and harmonies that are constantly playing out. This brings an added layer of meaning to the technique we have been discussing by seeing it as a part of this grander system. And so, what does all of this mean for your personal growth, and how can it bring positive change into the world? Well, this technique, when applied with sincerity and intention, is far more than just a personal practice. It becomes a way to contribute to the collective good. When you consciously choose to align with the frequencies of love, joy, and abundance, you're not only transforming your own life, but also radiating a positive energy that influences the people and the world around you. This is a ripple effect, where the transformation that takes place within you has the ability to expand outwards, creating a more harmonious and abundant world for all. This understanding shifts our focus from the individual to the collective, and allows us to view this technique as a pathway for personal and collective transformation. The more individuals that are vibrating at a high frequency, the more it positively impacts the whole of humanity. So as you commit to this practice, do it with a full understanding that your own personal transformation is directly connected to the positive evolution of humanity itself. This is why your practice is not just important for yourself, but also for the world as a whole. And by taking responsibility for your thoughts and feelings, you're no longer limited by external circumstances. You move beyond the limited concept of being a victim of life, and you begin to recognize yourself as the active creator of your experience, as the one who can shape their reality from within. This awareness is not just an idea, it's a practical tool that you can use to break free from patterns that no longer serve you, and to create a life that is truly aligned with your highest potential. No longer are you bound by past circumstances or limited by the perceptions of others. You are now in full control of your experience, and you have the ability to direct it towards the future that you envision. This technique is not just a way to manifest your desires, it is a gateway to total personal empowerment. And this is the real power of conscious creation, to live a life where you are the master of your experience, and you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. Now, as we move into the final section, let's bring all of these threads together and complete the narrative journey that we began at the very start of this video. And so, let's bring it all back, and let's answer that initial question. What if Nikola Tesla didn't just unlock secrets of electricity, but of reality itself? Well, it's clear that through this lost prayer, it is possible to access a deeper understanding of existence, a core technique that moves beyond simple wishing and enters the realm of conscious creation, using the very numbers that Tesla saw as fundamental to the universe, as a gateway to a deeper understanding of how to shape our reality. What was once a mystery is now a clearly defined pathway to personal transformation and empowerment. It's a way to engage with the very fabric of reality, and to direct its energy to manifest the life that you truly desire. And so, by understanding this technique, we now have the ability to look behind the veil and see the grander architecture that is at play, and how we have a role to play in shaping it. We began this journey with a question, and now we arrive at an answer, a practical application that you can integrate into your own life to begin the process of conscious creation. And the key to making this shift in your reality comes back to the core patterns that we discussed in this video: the power of repetition, the potent nature of visualization, and the clarity of intention. By consistently repeating the prayer, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to align with your desired outcomes. Through visualization, you are creating a mental blueprint for your future, and by setting a clear intention, you are directing the energy of creation towards your specific goals. Each of these aspects is equally important, and when combined, they create a synergistic force that is far more powerful than any single practice alone. It is the combination of all three that makes this technique so potent. It is the weaving of these three elements together that allows you to begin to shape your experience in a very conscious way. And so, remember that these patterns are not just abstract ideas, they are the very architecture of reality, and you are using them to influence the way it unfolds. And so, let's directly address the initial question to make sure that you have a full understanding of how everything ties together. What if Nikola Tesla didn't just unlock secrets of electricity, but of reality itself? We can now see that, by utilizing this lost prayer, it's possible to tap into a deeper understanding of existence by aligning with core universal frequencies and actively shaping our lives. The initial mystery that has been driving us forward throughout this video is now something that we can clearly define and understand. Tesla's focus on 3, 6, and 9 was not just an intellectual pursuit, but a recognition of a deeper code that governs all of reality. And you now have access to this code, and you have the knowledge and power to use it to your advantage. This means that the answer to the initial question is yes, absolutely, and now you have the tools to fully explore this potential for yourself. And as we come to the end of this video, let us release any tension that has built up and replace it with a feeling of empowerment and a clear path forward. You now have a potent technique for transforming your life, and you have a practical understanding of how each of the elements work together. And now, this technique is in your hands, and you have a choice to make, a choice to step into the full power of who you truly are. The final message is clear, the path forward is visible, and you are fully equipped to take the steps to create the life that you have always dreamed of. The journey has been long, but it has led us here, to a point where you now have the understanding and the tools to begin shaping your own destiny. So go forth, knowing that you have the power within you to create a world that is in alignment with your highest vision, and always know that you are far more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And now, as you continue on this path of conscious creation, there are many more areas to explore, many more layers to uncover in the fascinating work of Nikola Tesla and the very nature of consciousness itself. We have just touched upon the surface of these profound subjects, and there are countless more avenues to explore if you wish to go deeper. Consider exploring other aspects of Tesla's research, or other practices that help you to expand your consciousness and connect with your inner wisdom. This technique is just the beginning of a much larger journey, a journey of self-discovery, where you are constantly learning and expanding as you move towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe as a whole. And this is an important concept. This technique is not an end point, but rather a starting point for a greater journey of self-mastery. And so, as you continue to explore, consider the possible implications of this technique for all areas of your life. How could it transform your relationships? How might it impact your health and well-being? And what could it mean for your creativity and self-expression? The potential is limitless, and this technique, when applied consistently, can ripple into all aspects of your existence. This technique is not limited to specific areas, but can be a positive influence in all aspects of your life. The more you practice it, the more it will become an integral part of you, shaping not just your inner world, but your external experiences as well. This is why this technique is so potent. It transforms you at your very core, and this begins to influence all aspects of your life. This is why it can be so powerful when applied consistently, with full intention and purpose. And now, I encourage you to share your experiences, insights, and what you have noticed over the course of the 21 days in the comments below. Because this isn't just a solo journey, we are all in this together, and by sharing your stories, you're contributing to a community of individuals who are also committed to conscious creation. This is how we learn, grow, and evolve when we come together as a collective, and we share with each other as we move towards a more positive world. Remember, you are not just engaging with this video, but you are becoming a part of something bigger, a community of people who are all striving to expand their potential and make a positive impact in the world. This is how we move from simply reading about information to fully integrating it into our experience by applying it in our own lives and then sharing it with the world. This is how we grow together and learn from each other's experiences. And so, I invite you to continue on your path of self-discovery and conscious creation, knowing that this is just the beginning, that there are always more layers to explore and more ways to unlock your limitless potential. This is not something that ends when the video ends, but rather something that continues on, a lifelong journey of discovery and transformation. Remember that the power to shape your reality lies within you, and with consistent effort and intention, you can create a life that is aligned with your greatest dreams. This is the message, the understanding, and the path forward. So go forth with courage, with conviction, and with a deep knowing that your potential is limitless and that you have the power to shape your world. We are ready to welcome you to the community, and we are ready to support you on your journey. Thank you for listening.